Hello there, Master Hellish here, and welcome back to my OpenTTD Let's Play. Now, I can't really remember what I'm supposed to be doing this episode, but I do know what I did since last time. So, since last time, I've done a few little things. One of those things was move Hellishville west. When I first put it down, I put it down in the wrong place. I can't remember if I did that on purpose, as a temporary measure, or whether I just did it wrong. Well, I've moved it, and now Hellishville West lines up with Hellishville North and Hellishville South in the correct way. Now, the idea of placing the stations in the way that I have done is to allow for the corners to be taken up by trains and railway lines, but yet still allow some room in all directions for the town to expand. So whilst I am surrounding the town in a way, it can still grow in every direction, because if you surround a town too much, it can stunt its growth. Speaking of growth, I've also put down extra roads, so you can see the roads are now coming out further from the town than what they were previously. This is another thing that helps town growth. If the town needs to do some growing, it will go, right, I'm going to do some growing now. Shall I put a bit of road down, or shall I do a house? And if all the road is down and there's lots of road around, it kind of goes, oh, well, I don't know, no, let's do a house. It's a little bit more complicated than that, but that's pretty much what happens. So, we are now looking good. Also looking sort of good is Hellishville crept over the 10,000 mark. If we look at the details here, we can see that we haven't been growing for 2 months in a row. And the reason for that is almost certainly because we crept over that 10,000 mark, the fruit demand went up, and then our delivered versus required is not enough. We just cannot get enough fruit in. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a fruit emergency. And that's what we're going to fix this episode. I just remembered. That's what I was going to do today. So let's do it. Now, because it's an emergency, we need to handle this in a different way to previously. We've done some ships to start off with. We've got road vehicles going round, and we've got lots of trains. But we need to bring fruit in from far afield. Now, if we look at the world map and turn off town names, because that's annoying, and turn off all the industries except for fruit plantations, it's a little bit difficult to see because it's green. I'll hover over it so it flashes. But you can see that all the fruit plantations in the local area are hooked up. I think there's one down here that isn't. If we go to the north, there is a fruit plantation just outside of the network there, but again, fruit plantations, there's not many. What there is if we go way over here, is lots of fruit plantations. There's 4 in this area here, and if we scroll around the map, there's 3 here, there's 2 there, there's 2 over that way, there's 3 around here. Let's see, 1 there, 1 there, 1 there, 2 here, 2 there, 1 there, 1 there, 2 there actually, 1 there on its own, and like that. So, what I was thinking is that we need to go from afar and bring this in to our food network. Now, what I don't want to do is clog Hellishville up with even more stuff. We don't need any more lines there, we don't need any more stations there, and the stations that are there are still quite busy. But we've got this fruit in line, okay, and it comes from the south and it comes from the north. So what I was thinking is we get an airport in just outside of the town, and then we ship that in via train, keeping all the train services coming in. I mean, we've even got this train service going under the ground down here to try and reduce the amount of track crushing the city. So I was thinking, where can we put this airport? This area here looks quite good. We can have a station. There's lots of land. It's directly connected to one of the fruit lines. I don't see why that wouldn't be a problem. Anywhere else? Well, the other fruit line comes out round here and down here. So we'd be looking at doing it somewhere over here. And there's a lot of stuff going on here. I don't really like the idea of it being there. This looks good to me. So, do I dislike using planes? Well, actually, no. Contrary to what many people think that I dislike planes. I don't dislike planes. I just really enjoy trains, which is a perfectly good way of looking at it. Now, I do feel that planes are a little bit easy. So if I was to do just planes, I would probably get a little bit bored, because Well, you plonk down an airport, you buy an aircraft, and it goes backwards and forwards. So it's a little bit easy in that way, and there's not a lot of challenge to it. Now, what I'm going to do here is we're just going to put a station in. There we go. Hellishville Halt. I like it. And yeah, it just makes things a little bit too easy for a challenge of just doing planes by themselves. There we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a little... Should we do a bridge? No, we're not going to do a bridge. We're going to do a tunnel. Tunnels are faster. So let's clear that. I said clear it. I pressed the wrong button. I pressed the one that it would be for Transport Fever. There we go. I do get the keys for those ones mixed up sometimes. Right, what was I saying? Yes, so I don't dislike aircraft. I think they've got a good place in this game. Have I gone up an extra level too high there? Does look like it. That's weird. It's going to have to come down to join. Oh, it went up an extra. Did it? No? What's going on? This is on the right level, correct? Let's bring it forward a bit. And then a little bit more. Join it on there. Put a signal in here, here. Remove that one. Well, that's all on the same level. What? It comes up out of the ground. Oh, right, I get it. This ground here is lower than the track. Look, there we go. I did wonder what was going on. So let's just fill that in there. It's probably a little bit too much. Let's just push that back a little. There we go. Nobody needs to know. That can be just our little secret. Oh, I did enjoy watching Bob Ross. That's who I'm referencing there. I'll tell you what, let's just bring it right out for a little bit. There we go. We can always peel it back after. So, why is it not letting me do that? There we go. That works. It's got a space there of 2. I kind of like the idea of keeping that symmetrical, so let's do that. And now we can bring this in as far as we can, just so that it's nice and neat. Looks good. And do that there. So we're going to use... So if you haven't guessed, by some crazy reason, I'm going to use planes to bring the stuff in. I can't even remember if I said that or not. Never mind. So we've got exits on the station. We've got a signal there. We need one signal going into the station, and we may as well just back that along the line. And that looks good. That looks good. Right, Hellishville Halt is in. And what we need now is an airport. Now, small airports, large airports, hub airports, big intercontinental hub airport. Why not? Bam. Oh, yeah. Now, one of the reasons I don't use airports very much is because, well, it's twofold. In the early part of the game, they're a bit too easy. There's no challenge. There's no track to lay. There's no road to lay. And in the later part of the game, you don't get the throughput that you do with trains. You can shift vast, vast quantities with trains. But you just can't do that. Ah, right, what's going on here? Is the station too small? Looks like the station's too small for this farm. Bam, that'll fix it. This train's broken down now, but that will fix it. Right, where are we? Where are we? There's an ore. Oh, we are over there, so we want to be here. Oh my goodness. Right. So we've got a massive airport at Hellishville Halt. We haven't got any depots, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a depot before the junction. Down there. Come on, get up. There we go. A depot before the junction here. Seriously? I can't drag today. There we go. Right. Let's try again. One more time. Hellish depot before the junction, and then a depot before the station. There we go. Brilliant. That'll do. Right. Now, that's Hellishville Halt. That's one end of it all. Let's go back to the map and find out where all these fruit plantations are. So, like I said, there's 4 in a relatively close area here. what I'm thinking is that we put an airport down there, in between these two, and we train the other ones in. So I don't know whether I can get a big airport in here. Probably not. So let's just do some leveling. Actually, I think I might be able to get a large airport in there. Oh, that is huge. We ideally could do with figuring out a way to get those farm supplies in as well. But I'm happy to just... Does it need to be an intercontinental, or is just an international one going to do it? You know what? I feel like an international one will do the job. There you go. We've got an airport. We're going to need to get some track down to the other ones. I've lost where they are. There's one over here. So what I'll do is I'll put a sign down. Oh, you have to put text in. One. And then there's one over here. Two. There we go. That'll make it easier to see, won't it? Oh yes, fantastic. I'm not going to lose them now. So let's now. There's no reason to not get things moving here. So I look down the list, and various down here aircraft can and cannot move different ones, different items. This one we're going to be shifting fruit, and this one can't do fruit. It's one of the best. This one can do all cargo. That one can't. That one. Nearly all of them. It's the same set. It's just this one. The Dinger 200. We haven't got an option. It's the only aircraft we can buy. So let's refit that to fruit. There we go. And we're going to say full load here and then fly all the way. It's a big flight down here. And drop it off at Hellishville Holt. Now this airfield over here has 6 places where aircraft can load up, so we will have 6 aircraft. Just in case all the aircraft are there at the same time, there's a slot for them all to go in, and we'll send them on their way. Okay, they're going to start filling up with fruit. Back at the other end, where's it gone? Here it is. Back at the other end, we need some fruit trains, so we're going to clone a fruit train. I think that's a fruit train. Quick, clone it. Let's have a look. Let's just check a couple of things. Check its capacities. Oh, yes, it's a fruit train. Brilliant. And there goes another fruit train. Let's remove all the orders, and we're going to tell it to go to Hellishville Holt and full load at Hellishville Holt, and then go to Hellishville East. And that's all we need to do. Now, we can handle up to 3 trains there. It's a very short distance, so we're going to just start with 2. One to do the movement there and back, and the other one to load while it does. If we get a lot of capacity coming through, we can up the number of trains. Okay. So, Hellishville Holt has now got trains coming towards it. Now, those planes have bad orders. Because at Hellishville Holt, it doesn't accept fruit. Look, accepts nothing. So we're going to have to go transfer. Transfer and leave empty. Now, the aircraft are costing us an absolute fortune, but we've got nearly 1.5... Where are they all? Oh, we've got a number of them waiting in the depot because I think it's the airport split in half with the way that it works. But that one's 36% full already. So I think it's time to get the extensions done. So let's see, which way should we do this? Can we reach it from the other side of the track? Let's see, number of tracks 2, platform length 6. No, we're going to have to come across the track. Okay, plop. There we go. Farm supplies and fruit. That's what we get there. Now, I didn't really check to see whether I can actually get this in where I want it to, but let's see how far we can go. Wow, that's actually really good. So this fruit plantation's in the way a little bit for that. Let's bring the height up. And then what we'll do is we'll just cut this down like this. There we go. Pop a station on the end. Jobs are good enough. That sounds like a good option to me. So let's make sure that's nice and straight. Connect it up to the airport. it's not really Nenthingfield Airport anymore. It's more Nenthingfield Fruit Transfer Flight Station or something. But that is a fantastically nice straight railway line. There we go. Let's get some maglevs in there. So even when we are doing planes, I'm still using trains at either end for a lot of it. And that's probably one of the best ways of doing it. Now, getting a train over that distance, you could get a maglev train to go that way, and with enough trains it'd probably be alright, and the journey times might be alright, but to be honest, I can't be bothered to lay that much track now. Let's get rid of this sign. We don't need that sign anymore. Let's get... Oh, we've got a problem with a path. What's going on here? Location. Right, so we've only got 2 platforms and 1 wanting... okay, we're fine. It's not a problem. Forget it. It's all good. What we're doing over here at the harbour, though, I just want to check this. Ratings as 82% excellent, and we've got 81% of those farm supplies transported. That's enhanced double. I presume this is enhanced double as well, yeah. Looks like we can probably get a few more vehicles on the go. So if we... which one's which? So if we clone that, so there's double and 2, 3, 4. There we go. Let's get them on the go. So we've got 285 vehicles, road vehicles as well. Where are we? We are a long... Oh, I thought it was a long, long way away from the rest of the network. Looks like we've had one of the aircrafts leave already. Aircraft number 1 appears to be on its way. Wow, we've got 11,300 and something population. Did the city grow? The city's growing again. Brilliant. We're low on fruit. Food isn't great. Petrol isn't great. Everything else fine. Yes, it's growing again. We're past 10,000 and I'm still keeping this city growing. Fantastic. We'll come and visit this plane a little bit later. Oh, it's just going over one. Right, let's have a look. Where are we? Ah, yes, we're over here and we're getting some fruit trains. And that's a fruit train that just popped up in this window, I think. Yeah, the trains are... oh, the station's too long. Or the trains are too long. I can't fit a bigger station in there. We're going to have to get every train that's going here, and we're going to have to send it to depot. We're going to have to resize them. Never mind. Right, back over this way. Yep, there we go. Back over this way. We now have a train here. So we're going to say to this train, get rid of all your orders. Full load there, and then transfer up here. Transfer and leave empty. Clone it out, and send it on its way. Brilliant. Okay, so at the minute, we're still doing normal production on these, so we're going to have a lot of aircraft going backwards and forwards, shuttling this fruit in once we get extra farm supplies in. What I'll probably do... This is another one, isn't it? Oh. We're missing signals. There we go. Wow, that's been a problem for a long time. How come nobody spotted that? Or did I extend the length of the station? Might have extended that one. Don't know. Pass. Where are we? We are... Where are we? Oh, that's Slarnway. Okay, so we need to go this way. Slarnway means this way. Oh, wait. No. Yep. Oh, I was quite close. Here it is. Okay, so that's one of the 2 railway lines in. That one's filling up at 4%. Got to get this one in now. And what I'm thinking is that I put it as far away as possible in this orientation. So there. There we go. And then, I don't know how much... We're going to have to do a little wiggle somewhere along the line. Probably something like that. But then, can't I just come this way? And then just connect up with the existing line and use the existing station? The answer is yes. Yes, I can. So, again, let's just push this one back a little bit. And push it back a little bit more. And we should be all good. Then we can drop it off at the same station. Makes things life a lot easier. There we go. Just need to put the wiggle in. Oh my goodness. Road vehicles profit last year was minus £500. Really don't care about minus £400. Sorry, minus £500 when we got, you know, a lot of money in the bank. Let's do that. Brilliant. Okay, now the bit here, we've got a bit that goes up and down. Does that bother me? Yeah, it does actually bother me. Let's put a little bridge in. What's the fastest bridge we can do? 611 kilometers an hour. Perfect. There's no signals there, but I don't really care. It's fine. We've got depots at either end. Oh, we've got a depot at this. We haven't got a... Ooh, I'm missing some track. I'm missing some track. If you spotted that, let me know in the comments. I want to know how many people spotted that little error. We got in lots of notifications and lots of vehicles profits getting problems. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 aircraft now at the airport. And we can get rid of these 2s now. Delete 2s. And we'll just clone this train here. The orders are going to be very similar. We're just going to change the plantation that it's... Oh, I accidentally clicked on load all. Ugh. Right, there we go. Transfer and leave empty is what it needs to do. And then clone that so there's 2 of them and send them on their way as well. Wow. Well, there we go, folks. We have our first outpost set up. We have 2 plantations next to... an airport and a further 2 plantations by train feeding into that, and then over here, way over this way on the other side of town, we've got 1 aircraft here that's just about to take off after dropping its facilities off there. It's on its way back again. Looks like one of the trains is loaded by 35%. I don't know how many aircraft have done that run yet. Aircraft number 2 is going very slowly. And aircraft number 3 hasn't taken off yet. So, there we go. I mean, an aircraft number 6 is still in the hangar. But, I expect all that to step up quite a bit for next time because I lost it again. There we're there. That's there. So go this way and up this way a little. There it is. What I'm going to do is, between now and next episode, I'm going to hook in so all of these 4 places get farm supplies. And that should bring up the fruit. We didn't grow for the last 5 months because of the fruit again. But then we're going to have to look at seeing if we can get more food and more petrol through the network. But overall, we're delivering quite well across the whole board. Building materials is at about double. Passengers is just under double. Mail is at lots. So we're looking good. Everything's looking good so far. If we can fix this fruit, we might be able to grow for another few thousand yet. But that's going to be all for now. Thank you very much for watching. If you want to see some live streams of OpenTTD, we've got some coming up along with a charity championship. That's going to be coming up as well. So make sure you watch Hellish News for all the information about them, or go to my website, Facebook, etc. And I will see you soon. Thanks for watching, take care, and for now, goodbye.